Reinier Zonneveld's spin on his teachings of music propelled him to stardom. He recently obtained the new highest entry award for DJ Mag's Top 100 this year. With his level of ingenuity and skill, he ranked in the poll at number 49. The 31-year-old Dutch native was first introduced to music when he was only 3 years old. The young prodigy took his classical background and fused it with his newfound love for electronic music, and would soon after play for some of the biggest music festivals around the world. He even broke a record for selling out 13,000 tickets at Amsterdam Dance Event. Hello ravers, welcome back to EDM Heroes Worldwide. Fasten up your seatbelts because today we will talk about this incredible artist and answer the question of today. Who is Reinier Zonneveld? Let's get started. Reinier Zonneveld was born on January 30th, 1991 in the Netherlands. At age 3, he was first introduced to music when his parents enrolled him in classical piano lessons. In the years following, Reinier began composing his own pieces and eventually took to the stage himself. He would play piano at events and even hold solo concerts himself. As the years progressed, Reinier longed for a college education while continuing to pursue his love for music. On July 10th of 2013, he released a 13-track album called Reverse Psychology. The soft, bumping melodies caught the attention of quite a few DJs, and in December later that year, the Reverse Psychology Remixes album dropped. Artist Go Diva put her own twist on Reinier's original piece, Pneumatic, which only propelled the song even further. Reinier began applying for universities, he kept up steadily with his music, and the following December in 2014, he released his album called Just Keep Going. The 9-track album consisted of a few collaborations with fellow DJs such as Lowboys and Secret Cinema. Although the two experimental pieces did quite well in the underground realm, Reinier was still searching for his true sound, something he wouldn't find until the following year and somewhere unexpected. It wasn't until he attended an illegal rave in his university days at Erasmus he discovered electronic music. And with that, he began experimenting using what he had learned in his classical music teachings and fused it with the new techno/electric wave. It became clear to Reinier the path he was on, and aside from his studies, he yearned for the music equipment that would allow him to learn the ways of techno music. With the allowance he received, he saved up enough to purchase his own synthesizer to teach himself music production. In 2015, after he received 2 master's degrees in corporate and real estate finance, he realized his passion still lay in music. He took his newfound free time and put all his time into continuing to produce techno music. The majority of the following year centered around him mastering his equipment and finding his sound. In September 2016, he dropped his album Mega City Servant. He did not come to play with his 16-track album either. It was a huge step up from his previous project, and you could hear the maturity in his beats. It didn't take long for his tracks to catch the attention of some big names in the industry. Thanks to German producer Oliver Kolecki, in 2016, Reinier had the opportunity to perform abroad on a regular. At the start of his career, he had already performed on every continent, from underground clubs to concert stages. On and off the road, he stayed persistent with his craft and would carve out time for the studio. With his music spreading, he began collaborating with Carl Cox and Richie Houghton, and his remixes thrust him even further into the spotlight. His take on his classical teachings molded his style like no other. 2016 proved to be a turning point in Reinier's career and had several chart hits, including Things We Might Have Said. It even caught the eye of a producer in Hollywood, and the song was played in the TV show Gypsy, which aired in 2017. Like many music producers, he aimed to have a label of his own, so there are no restrictions, and he would be able to produce freely. In 2017, Reinier was able to fulfill that wish and founded his very own label company, Built on Acid. The platform he created gives him an artist freedom to work with whomever and wherever he wishes. He's gone on to perform with an array of artists such as Felix Croker, Moonwalk, Hidden Empire, and many more. His label remains second in most sold as well as most streamed. With a team of creative artists on his label, there seems to be nothing standing in the way of Reinier Zonneveld. His sound is composed of a mixture of techno and deep melodies, which help him stand apart from other widely known DJs and music producers. Reinier is no doubt the face of the modern take on techno music, with his track Inferno featuring Carl Cox, which was released in 2018, and then his own album following a year later. One thing is certain, and that's that he's here to stay. If his music alone isn't enough to convince you how talented he is, his live stage presence only adds to it. If you weren't a fan prior, we're sure you'll soon discover some favorites through this lengthy discography and unreleased music. Reinier is much like the Energizer Bunny and just keeps going. In fact, he went on to perform a 12-hour live set in 2019. Last year, he broke the record for one of the biggest and quickest sold-out events, ADE. The lengthy set began at midnight and went on until noon. Zonneveld lit up the stage, playing his own discography and remixes. He was able to sell out the largest techno event in Amsterdam in 2021. 13,000 tickets sold out in just under 3 hours. It kicked off his tour series through Europe, and boy, was it a way to kick things off. This wasn't the only big win for Reinier either. Earlier this year, he was the closing artist for Awakenings. There, he played alongside Carl Cox, a longtime collaborator and friend. In the years following the creation of Filth on Acid, Reinier has amassed almost 50 artists on his label, some of which included Citizen Kane, Juliet Fox, and VNTM. Reinier, along with the artists on his label, continued to make their mark in the music scene. For the last 7 years, Reinier was so set on perfecting his craft and finding his sounds. All that hard work landed him in DJ Mag's Top 100. On October 28th of 2022, Reinier took to Instagram to reveal he won the award for the highest new entry. With a dapper suit on, he posed proudly with his award and thanked everyone for making the memorable moment possible for him. Zonneveld's incredible stage presence and music skills landed him the award he so well deserved, and this is what he had to say about it. Playing over 20 live shows a month all around the world, producing music, curating and pushing new music on my label, Filth on Acid, and finally launching my own festival in Amsterdam. With all this being said, Reinier Zonneveld has easily shifted the new electronic dance wave. As he leads with his stellar stage presence and bumping beats, he continues to be an icon for aspiring new artists. At age 31, he continues to lead himself and his label into even more prominent success. Even though many may recall him only being in the music scene for 7 years or so, he's been doing music for nearly 3 decades now. His array of tracks and stage performances turned him into one of the best DJs thus far. If his music isn't enough to reel you in, his unmatched energy surely will. We mean, how many other DJs do you know who can withstand a 12-hour-long set? We wouldn't be surprised if Reinier ends up giving some of the greats like Martin Garrix and David Guetta a run for their money in the years to come. We will absolutely continue to keep you up to date on his current doings, new music, and awards of his to come. That's all we have for now. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button to follow and support our channel. Also, tap the bell icon to receive notifications every time we post new content. Now, we want to know from you. Do you know who Reinier Zonneveld is? And do you like his take on electronic dance music? If so, let us know your favorite tracks from him down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next EDM Heroes Worldwide.